What do you think he's gonna kill all the gods? Think it's just gonna be a repeat, and then he's just gonna leave to another land again?
I think so. I think he's gonna kill some of the gods. Like I think without a doubt in my mind, he's gonna kill Thor, no problem. But I
I think
don't.
he's gonna have a problem with Thor.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's
think
gonna
he
have
is.
a problem with Thor.
Yeah, but
I think I don't think he's gonna be the main baddie for the next game, but I think he's gonna have a problem with him.
yeah, I think it may be as with Ragnarok, it'll be a build up into like a another following game. So they'll take out some of the Nordic gods, and then it'll move on to like the final big bad ones where you got to fight Odin and whatnot. Because I think Ragnarok is going to be more focused on Faye. I think that's her name. She's the shapeshifter from God of War, and then you're taking on Thor and probably a couple other gods as well. But I think what's going to happen is that Kratos, he's gonna die by Atreus's hands in Ragnarok, and I think basically like that's where we're gonna see like a couple gods get killed off, and then basically the I'm having a brain fart on the analogy I was trying to use with it, but basically the not the pedestal, but it's changing from Kratos becoming the full god killer and ending all the gods to Atreus instead because I think it like I don't the fact that they still haven't introduced Odin into the God of War and you haven't seen him at all in the Ragnarok trailer. Like they're bringing back the Nordic God of War tier. That's something that was in there, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think that this is going to be like the beginning of the end where they start killing through the gods and they're probably going to take out Thor and Faye. And then that's when eventually Kratos dies and Atreus, being Loki, he's basically going to finish it off. So
I
he's going
see.
to be the one to finish off Odin and all the other Nordic gods.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
like that. I could back that. I could see that.
Yeah. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's just gonna be Kratos killing them all, and then his son with him, and they're probably gonna get to the very end. And honestly, how did I can't even remember what the little hieroglyph showed. Was it just like Kratos dead?
I think it was Atreus holding Kratos in his arms. That's how he died.
Okay, it's very possible that Kratos is just gonna exert himself to the extent to where after he's done, he dies.
Yeah.
I think that's very possible too, where he goes on this killing spree again, and some stuff happens, and then he gets to Zeus, and then or not Zeus, fucking what's his bitch face,
Odin.
Odin,
Yeah.
and then he's just going to exert himself so much that he's gonna die.
Yeah. You know, a funny thing, with Nordic mythology, which I feel like it may actually kind of work in favor with Ragnarok, is because speaking of which, yeah. So yeah, this was a book that I read, Ragnarok by A.S. Byatt, which was
Okay.
actually ironic. But in that book, I'm just going around, in that book, it was actually explaining that Loki really wasn't all that big of a bad guy as like modern pop culture and like history that we've seen it as it because in the actual mythology, Thor and Odin were some brutal, mean motherfuckers. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
actually, I think Loki had done something like he spilt a drink on Thor or something like that. And so Odin and Thor, as punishment, beat the living crap out of him and tied him to a rock and was just like brought him to the verge of death. And I think it's kind of working a bit in canon with Ragnarok because we're not necessarily seeing Loki as the bad guy. Yeah, he's Atreus. Yeah, he's kind of rebellious and maybe he is going to kill Kratos on his own, but I don't think he's going to be like the Loki bad guy that we all like grew up knowing about or like you see in the Marvel universe and everything. And I think that that's where it's like touching on that the Thor, Odin, and all them are some brutal, mean motherfuckers and the real bad guys and everything.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I definitely got that vibe too because, um, I think Mimir makes comments too about Odin and how, brutal they are. And,
Yeah.
I guess to rule nine realms, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, and then Mimir was also saying that Odin, like, he has his eyes everywhere, like he's trying to find all the knowledge and everything, so that way he could keep control of everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would agree. They are definitely. I mean, for starters, they started shit, when they didn't even know what was going on. You know what I mean?